Yeah, so I saw Backrooms. I saw a movie. Yeah, so I saw Backrooms. There's some kids climbing a fence right now, that's why I paused. So, this guy is 20 years old, 1 year older than me. That is insane. That is insane. That is both inspiring and infuriating at the same time. Inspiring because I'm like, yeah, I want to do film. Infuriating because I wish that was me. Basically, like, he had done Blender for a while, and A24 picked him up, said, you want to go to film school? Nah, you know what? Just come with us and we'll train you. And he was like, yeah, sure. So at the ripe age of 20 years old, they gave this boy over $10 million to do this movie. Going in, I expected some horror, some jump scares. I would say it delivered on this intense feeling of waiting for a jump scare, but it never actually gave us any. There's only one chase in the whole movie towards the end of the movie. Some critiques, I would say I wish there was more chases and more horror. If they killed the two co-workers that worked with him, so why didn't the two employees, they killed the two employees, so why didn't they have him be chased? That would have been pretty rad. Anyway, praise. The psychological aspect of this film was absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. There are layers and layers of psychology that are beautifully written. The way the whole thing is a metaphor was wonderful. I haven't really seen a lot of movies where it's like an unreliable narrator besides maybe Memento. But yeah, this movie did wonderful writing a unreliable narrator, because from the beginning, we think the main character is the good guy, right? He's just going through a rough time. But towards the end of the film, we find out that he's actually a terrible person. Actually, at the beginning of the movie, he was acting good, trying to be good, but he wasn't the whole time. He was a terrible person. So when critics say like, oh, his character shift was so quick, it actually wasn't. He was like that the whole time, and then he was like acting good. That's why in the Backrooms he was like evil, even though, you know, people are like, why did he turn evil? But no, he was already evil the whole time. That's why his therapist was like, that's why he had a therapist in the first place. Once they capture Mary, I'm like, oh shoot, we're halfway through this movie because we're about to explore this whole async place. And then we don't. The movie just ends, which would be fine for like a series, right? It would be a dope first season of a series, but it's a movie. Like, why are you gonna end the movie right before the climax happens? Because there is a climax, right? The chase. But it feels like there's so much buildup that doesn't get resolved. Overall, as a movie, if you don't go in expecting horror, I would say 5.95, right below a 6. That's generous. Nobody say, it's a low score. Because for me, 5 out of 10 is average. 5 out of 10 is like average movie. Let's just, it's playing at a dentist office, I'll watch it. Okay, out.